This is how you can make money trading gold or USDJPY this week in the markets. Okay guys, so starting off with gold. So starting on the daily time frame, we can see that gold is still technically bearish. We've had a sweep of previous sellers within this level, followed by a daily break of structure. Just there. So when we're looking at our positions, we want to be aligning ourselves with the current trend, which means we are looking at between this low and this high for our trading range. So on the 4 hour, we can also see that price has pulled back into this premium level of supply. We've then had a 4 hour shift in market structure from this sort of bullish trend, which was internal. Then we had that shift over to the downside. Price failed to hold this demand, and we also took out this previous low. So if we label that on as a 4 hour change of character, once we swept this low, price then pulled back into a premium of the 4 hour leg just here, which we then sort of like wicked above, liquidated previous sellers, and then price has once again shifted over to the downside, failing to hold this structure of this sort of mini uptrend that we were in. So going lower, we can see that we've had a higher high, higher low, higher high. Price then broke that structure once we tapped into that 4 hour level of supply. That's our change of character. So what we are anticipating now is for price to pull back into some sort of area to then catch further sells back down to this previous low. So two areas that I'm seeing as for the potential sells. The first one, we have this area of supply just here. It was previously mitigated by this wick, but what we could see is for price to come back into this zone, take out this previous wick, and then again shift structure back over to the downside to head towards this 1900 area. The second scenario that I'm seeing is for price to pull back into this premium level of supply, which created all of this imbalance. And then from there, we can also look for that sell back down to 1900. Personally, I'm favoring this bottom level as this one was created by news. And if we go to the lower time frames, you can see that this is just sort of like a messy and efficient area. There was no real imbalance. So I'm favoring this level if we come back to this one, and I will be waiting for something like this where we get a liquidation of this previous wick or even a liquidation of this high, and then we see some sort of break in structure to ride the trend back down to that previous 1900 low. And then the overall target for this week and potentially next week as well will be this 1900 low, and then into also this 1885 low, as since we are bearish on the daily time frame, there is a high probability that we create a new low and this becomes the higher low. So that's my analysis on gold. So just to summarize quickly, pull back into an area of supply, this one or this one, for then a confirmation entry to sell back down to previous lows at 1900 and 1885. Going over to UJ. And once again, we'll start on the daily time frame. So as for the directional bias on UJ, this thing is pretty clear. It's been bullish for quite a while now. As you can see, we've just been making these parabolic moves to the upside. So I'll be looking to take this towards one of these sort of liquidity levels to the left. If we go and analyze that first of all, the first sort of area that I'll be targeting for longs will be previous liquidity just here at 149.7, and then the second target will be this 4 hour level of supply, which price failed to mitigate. That's at around 151. And of course, if this level does not hold, we will see all-time highs above 152. So as for potential areas where we can get into the longs, if we just look to follow the structure, we've had a pullback, price mitigated this previous level of demand, slightly wicked it out, but then we came up, and now we have formed a new break of structure just here. So if we break it down to the lower time frames, just move this a bit. So what I'll be looking for going into this week will be for price to retrace into some sort of discount level to take out previous liquidity and fill in this imbalance. So looking on the 30-minute time frame, we can see that we clearly have this 30-minute level of demand, which left behind this imbalance, and we also have previous lows resting above it. So that's liquidity, as it was previous buyers buying above that imbalance. And this level is also in a discount. If we draw the fib tool from the low to the high, you can see it is below the 50%. So going into this week, it will just be a patience game at the moment, waiting for UJ to pull back into this level. And then once again, this will be a confirmation based trade. So we can wait for something like this to get in on the trend, buying up to the previous high, and then looking to target the 150 levels as well. That's basically all I'm seeing at the moment. The only other thing that would interest me would be if UJ did something like this, we create a new higher high and a new higher low, and then we can look for other areas for it to pull back into, rather than this one all the way down here. And again, targeting this 150 sort of level. Either way though, UJ is looking very clean, clear bullish structure. So we will be looking to capitalize on these bullish moves going into this week and for the foreseeable future as well. And also capitalize on those gold sells in correlation with the DXY buys. Just before I end this video, we will look at DXY as well. There's not really any analysis needed on DXY. Clearly it is very bullish. We've had higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Price is now looking to target this daily liquidity at around 106. And in my opinion, we may see a pullback once price pushes above this level, but nothing major. I wouldn't expect a full reversal given the fundamentals in the US at the moment. I would expect price to maybe give a small retracement, maybe into previous daily demand, which was left unfilled, taking out previous liquidity. And then we can also look to take DXY buys up to some previous levels. One being here. We also have this one, and then we also have that leading into the 115 sort of level, which price fell to break before. But overall, DXY is looking very bullish, and of course that correlates with USDJPY buys and also gold sells or any XXX USD pair sells. But yeah, hopefully you guys found this video useful. Make sure to comment your analysis below this video, or any pairs that you are looking at going into this week and any pairs that look interesting to you. Make sure to join up the free Telegram group, which I'll leave in the description below, to see all of my live updates and any changes in the analysis as they progress. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.